We are going to be introducing the speakers from Community High School Oshiri. We are going to be calling on the first speaker to walk up to the podium. The first speaker is Ona Ugochi Grace. Please, can you walk up? Give him her rounds of applause as she walks up. So we introduce the second speaker for Community High School Oshiri. Ikegu Gospel Ikegu. Clap for him. And the third speaker, Ikegu Testimony. Please clap for him as well. Please, as they come up to the stage, cheer them up. Especially if you are from their school or if you're from another school, just cheer them up so that they can speak very well. And we also introduce the speakers from Community Secondary School Oshiri. We introduce to you their first speaker, Akoma Ozioma. Please, can you welcome? Now for her as she walks up the podium. And we introduce to you the second speaker, Obasi Chinedu. Please, can you welcome? We have two persons representing community. That is it. So they said that they want to have two persons representing them. The next person is not around, or something happened to them. So we're going to be starting with this. So please, for debaters, if you walk up to the podium and you want to speak, it's either you use the mic like this, or you take it out and hold it in your hand, anywhere you're more comfortable. Are you okay? And your time starts when you start. You are going to have 8 minutes to buttress your points. But as we said in our last listing, you can speak for up to 9 minutes. You are free. And you can be given the grace of about 1 minute, making it up to 10. You have to maximize your time for up to 8 minutes and not more than 10 minutes. So if you speak for less than 8 minutes or thereabouts, the judges know what best to do. And if you speak for more than 10 minutes or thereabouts, the judges also know what best to do. So we have 10 minutes maximum, 8 minutes minimum. But that doesn't mean that when you have finished speaking what you have to say, you should be here, so you know when to stop. Is that okay? So when you walk up to the stage, don't just start immediately. Your time starts when you start. Is that okay? So you can either use the mic like this, or take it out and hold it in your hand. That is okay. Is that okay? So we are going to be starting today's debate with the first topic. Is online learning more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning? We're going to be having the first school proposing the motion, Unity High School Oshiri. Please, are we ready? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Unity, are you ready? Yes. Community, are you ready? All of us, are we ready? Yes. Please don't forget that when you want to clap, somebody has said anything, you have to do what we said earlier, right? Can we say it again? Please, no noise as they speak. Don't clap for them. Just do that signal and we're good to go. Are we okay? Have we agreed on that? So we are going to go with the first speaker from Community High School Oshiri, as he is going to come here to tell us that online learning is more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. Please, first speaker for Community High School Oshiri, Miss Una Ugochi Grace. Please, can you walk up?
It's a pleasure to be standing before you all again in this second edition of IT for You. I'm highly delighted to be among one of you. For decades now, education was relegated to stifling classrooms with blackboards and uncomfortable desks. But today, students of all ages and experience levels have far more options through the online learning. In a world powered by digital technology, online education has gained tremendous popularity in recent years and has come to stay. This is why a gathering like this is paramount, as it exposes both the students and teachers to the current trends and innovations in the world today. Judges and distinguished audience, this is the main reason why we are here to propose that online education is more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. But before I proceed, I would love to use this opportunity to recognize the presence of the Honorable Chairman, the moderators, the accurate timekeeper, the impartial panel of judges, my co-debaters, and lastly, the well-distinguished audience. I humbly regard you all. My name is Ona Ugochi Grace from Community High School Oshiri. I'm standing as the lead speaker on the proposing side to the motion that said, is online learning more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning? I will be exploring the meaning of online learning and some of its benefits over face-to-face learning, while my second speaker will be highlighting 2 or more paramount benefits of online learning, also same as my third speaker. Now the big question lands: what is online learning? Judges and audience, online learning, which is also known as e-learning, virtual or distant learning, is an educational medium that allows students to participate in courses via the internet. They don't need to visit lecture halls or classrooms, and they can choose to learn whatever they want from the comfort of their homes. Also, it is a way for subject matter experts to pass on their knowledge to others in a gratifying way. While for some, online learning means getting a degree through a university or college online curriculum, but that's just the tip of the online learning iceberg. Here are my points to propose the motion that online learning is more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. The first is freedom to learn whatever you want. Wow! One of the profound impacts of e-learning or benefits of online learning is the freedom to learn whatever you want deeply without any form of limitations. Contrastingly, physical classrooms or face-to-face learning have certain limitations over the years that should be highlighted with this following. The first is budgets. Here, colleges and universities consider the cost of hiring professionals to teach most of the subjects. But since the money available to them is usually under budget, that is, using less money than planned, they absolutely do the necessary. Since they can't hire a professional to teach every subject under the sun, they have to pay on their curricula to meet the heaviest demand, and this is usually to the detriment of the students or learners, which is not good. The second is staffing. Here, most schools must constantly hire a new staff to adjust turnover of the organization. Sometimes, staff resign to seek for greener pastures, thereby affecting whatever ties that has been existing between the learners and the staff. This usually poses a problem to teaching and learning situation, as a new staff may not measure up to the standard of the former, thereby giving the student a full dosage of dampened spirits or enthusiasm. The third is syllabi. Here, most physical colleges, universities, and continuing education must follow a specific syllabus that might leave out information that students want to learn the subject, thereby bringing all sorts of limitations. And the last but not the least of them is interest. Here, no physical colleges or universities, I repeat, no physical colleges or universities can offer a class just because one person wants to learn the subject. I would have been expecting someone to ask me why, but since there's none, it is because if their interest should reduce, they are definitely going to cut the class regardless of whose interest is high. My esteemed judges, it might interest you to note that online learning tears down all of these barriers because it's crucial for education to flourish. My distinguished audience, online learning has a wider syllabi where one has the ability, the authority, the capacity, the audacity, and effrontery to drill down deeply into any subject as one wishes, making it the best choice for every learning developed experiences. Judges and audience, Online learning has provided a platform whereby students can pursue subjects and interests deeply without fear of judgment or reprisal. Additionally, online learning cuts down any personal barrier that might stop people from learning subjects that carry cultural connotations or taboos. For instance, don't lend themselves to in-person learning. Students can pursue subjects that interest them comfortably without being harassed or pressured. Changes and audience. Why wouldn't you choose online learning over face-to-face learning when it enables you to work while you study? This is marvelous in the aspect of learning. Working and studying is a situation whereby one is working and studying at the same time. I don't think you actually get my point. It involves keeping your job, you and I working, while we are also improving our credentials. Many graduate students can't afford to take time off from work, or they want to keep working on career advancement while staying in their current position. Bear this in mind, online learning makes this possible. Also, most people in Nigeria today are not able to further their education due to financial constraints. These people opt for working force to generate income that will aid them in footing the bills for further studies. To such people, online learning is their savior, as they can combine both the work and study comfortably without any form of interference. All thanks to online learning. You don't have to choose between work and study. You can do both. Also, most people are not able to take 6 months off work to learn a new skill, which is the typical duration of a classroom course semester. But online learning has provided a platform whereby one can keep studying while you work glitch-free. This is incredible. It has come to liberate the world. Also, in Nigeria today, the National Open University of Nigeria and many others have been recognized over the years for producing valuable and productive students who defy the hurdles of academic to become relevant in diverse academic fields, notwithstanding their working status. Are these not enough reason for you to concur with me? Is this not enough reason for them to succumb? Well, I hope with this little few points of mine that I have been able to convince you, the judges and esteemed judges, and esteemed audience, not to confuse you. And I strongly presume and affirm that with this point of mine, that you have been able to concur with me that online learning is far more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. I still remain Olakogochi Grace from Community High School. Thank you for your kind attention.
Can we clap for her? It was very interesting. She came up here to actually make the stage. That's good, and we actually heard what she just said. She said, of course, one of the highlights is that no teacher will want to teach a student when the student is the only one in class. Is it correct? Yes. So let's know whether that is correct. When Community Secondary School wants something here to come and tell us whether they agree with that proposition or not. They have said that online learning, of course, is the way to go. And it is far better for both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. So they are saying that the next time you go to sit in that classroom, you are just a lazy person. You are just supposed to sit in your room, maybe sipping a cup of coffee or tea, while somebody is there teaching you what? Online. You maybe wear a shopmaker while attending an online class. It happens. So it's actually very good to have heard her. So we are going to hear from the first speaker of the other side of the town, Community Secondary School Oshiri. Let's hear if they are going to say yes or if they are going to say no, that online learning is far better for both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. So I'm going to be calling on the first speaker for Community Secondary School Oshiri. She is not a person that Miss Akoma Ozama. Please clap for her as she walks up to take the microphone and speak.
Starting on the already established protocol. My name is Akoma Promise, and I'm a student from Oshiri Community Secondary School. I'm here to oppose the motion that says it's online learning more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. But before I proceed, I would like to give honor to whom honor is. my moderator, my algorithm keeper, my impartial panel of judges, my humble audience, and my board members. Yes, I strongly believe that face-to-face learning are more beneficial than online because it fosters interpersonal interaction between students and teachers. This learning styles we use in many states of the country and in diasporas, whereby an individual has to go to school to get them to listen to their teachers day by day at least 5 days in a week. This would encourage the students to learn how to socialize with different people in the classroom. This interaction between students and teachers is vital since it helps the teachers to identify students' weakness in various areas, which is obtainable in online learning. Hence, the face-to-face interaction will help to develop ways to the learning students to overcome the academic challenges in innovation, exploration, and excellence. It lacks restriction. Online learning use mobile network known as items, charging of battery and phones which enable the personal computers and the smartphone to handle, which is the absence of sole supply of any of the above mentioned, do not work or give wrong results. But in face-to-face learning, real humans involved, who are the teachers and the students, who have already contained these aspects, no charging, no recharging, no loading of cards and data. Also, students facing a good time and avenue, we have to talk about important topics affecting lives in different parts of the world. Students creating a good relationship with teachers will help them have the boldness and courage to ask questions in every class where they experience difficulties. For instance, teachers creating a good relationship with teachers, being their mentors, their partners, and their parents even educate them about moral behaviors in the society. Face-to-face learning facilitates better interaction and social communication. Face-to-face learning allows students to engage in meaningful discussion and debate with their peers. According to a study conducted by the University of Massachusetts, a student who engage in online learning are more likely to retain information and develop critical thinking skills. Furthermore, face-to-face learning provides them with opportunities to collaborate on group projects, which help them develop social skills and teamwork. Face-to-face learning provides a more immersive and personalized learning experience. In an online learning, teachers often struggle. Teachers can tailor their lessons to meet the needs of individual students. They can observe the students' body language and adjust the teaching style accordingly. As reported by the American Institute of CPAS, the in-person experience are critical to develop soft skills such as communication, collaboration, and leadership. Face-to-face learning provides students with time management and discipline. In an online learning, students often struggle with procrastination and time management. Accorded by the National Education Policy Center, I quote, students in online courses tend to procrastinate more and have lower levels of self-discipline compared to their peers in face-to-face classes. Face-to-face learning provides a student with a structured schedule and a more regulated learning environment, which help them stay on track and develop discipline. Face-to-face learning reduces the risk of technological glitches and dispersion. In online learning can be fraught with technological difficulties such as poor internet connection, software glitches, and malfunctioning devices. This is disrupting for students, which can negatively impact the learning experience. Face-to-face learning, students in face-to-face learning do not have to worry about these technical issues and can focus on their learning without distraction. Like I said earlier, as conducted by the University of Colleges and the University, students in online do not have to worry about technological issues and can focus on their learning without distraction. With these few points of mine, I know that I've been able to mention that face-to-face learning are more beneficial than online learning. Thanks.
Please, can you clap for her? She has done very well. She has come to buttress her points. She said no, that the position of the students from Community High School Oshiri is not correct. That online learning is more beneficial for students and teachers than face-to-face learning. So she is saying that they are for face-to-face what? Learning. That when you are having online learning, especially in a place like Oshiri, poor network connections and some other technological glitches. But we are good. We are going to hear from the second speaker of Community High School Oshiri. Whether the second speaker is going to say yes, I agree with the speaker who just spoke from Community Secondary School Oshiri, or I disagree with the speaker who just spoke. So it is actually very good that we are going, and we are getting to the climax of today's competition. Just wait, you are going to see it heated up. So we are going to introduce the second speaker for High School Oshiri, Mr. Ikebu Gospel, as he is going to come up here to tell us whether he agrees with what his teammate has said, or he is aligning himself with what the people from that side of the town have said. Thank you.
Standing on the already established protocol, and my name is Ikebu Gospel, the second speaker from Unity High School, Oshiri, and I'm standing here to strongly affirm the motion which says that online learning is more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning. These are my points. Firstly, online learning gives learners greater ability to concentrate. It is worthy of note that learning takes place when there is a greater ability of concentration. This is one of the factors that have made online learning thrive in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, since concentration is with the right frame of mind, you can take an online learning course in any environment you choose that suits your frame of mind and further review your course materials when you are at your best. This is what face-to-face learning denies most scholars in teaching and learning situations. Veteran online instructor John McCullough described the best state of mind for learning as one in which you feel positive, confident, resourceful, and relaxed. He goes on to note that negative emotions can have two negative consequences. One, poor concentration, when you find your mind drifting on other things as you attempt to learn, and you try to absorb the information because of the distraction. Two, information recall, when you try to learn while in poor frame of mind. You will struggle to remember the information in a later date. In other words, any time split in learning in a negative mindset is wasted. Wonderful judges and audience, you will be a witness to this, that face-to-face learning completely fell in time like this. But online learning bridges this lacuna, which makes learners to achieve greatness in learning. This is because online learning allows you to review on your course materials when you are at your best, thereby making online learning more beneficial to both teachers and learners than face-to-face learning. Secondly, online learning gives learners make learning more flexible and convenient. Honestly speaking, between work, school, social obligations, and family responsibilities, people have gone too far overscheduled. From the moment they wake up until they return to bed, it's go. Overscheduling can have negative consequences if you don't have time to decompress them. Relax and enjoy life. You start resenting every activity, including learning. This is anomaly in life because learning is designed to help someone become a better version of himself or herself. However, overscheduling is posing a great threat, especially when face-to-face learning is involved. Esteemed listeners and judges, it will be a great relief for you to know that online learning provides the solution to the problem of overscheduling when it comes to learning. Online learning allows you to schedule your learning at your own convenience, thereby giving you victory over the hasty and rigid pattern of face-to-face learning, which requires you to be at the lecture venue and at a particular time, not considering your schedule as an individual. Alternatively, in online learning, you may need to split up your study season. For example, some academies use a mid-sized learning approach in their first course in school. This is a great opportunity for those who have little spare time and need flexible learning. Virtual learning gives you more flexibility. Lastly, online learning gives learners great access to experts on their own field. A huge advantage of online learning is your access to people of all types and experience levels. You can choose to learn from people you admire and respect because of their online video and presentation, instead of someone assigned to teach classes in a school, which is the pattern of face-to-face learning. Learning from the best can help you become more successful in life. It's akin to learn art and science from Da Vinci. Learning and hearing the mastery of literature written by Chinua Achebe or Chimamanda Adichie from clips online. It makes learning super and mastery simple. This is because hearing ideas, successes and failures directly from top experts in the given subject helps you hone your craft than any other general classroom course could provide. With these few clear points, I posit that online learning is far more beneficial to both teachers and learners than face-to-face learning. Thanks.
That was good. We are actually getting to the climax, as I told you before. The speakers that came here before him came actually to prepare the ground, and he started coming to water it. We're happy that they're getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, he actually posited, and let me reiterate as he said, that online learning, as he has said, makes you to relax your home. As I said before, you can actually prepare a pot of soup or a pot of beans or rice and be eating while learning, right? And you don't have to wear your shoes to come and get up in your ties and jackets going to classroom. You can be in your bed and be learning. Teacher will say this and the ABC. You can wake up while you're sleeping and then continue from where you stopped. So it's talking about relaxation, comfort. It's talking about many other things. And we are not saying yes, we are not saying no. The judges know the best. We are going to introduce the second speaker for the Community Secondary School Oshiri in the person of Mr. Obasi Chinedu. Let's hear if Chinedu is going to take the comfort of online learning away from us, or is he going to say, yes, I agree with this person who has said. Please, your time starts when you start. When you come, relax and start speaking at your own time. Good luck.
All protocol duly observed. My name is Obasi Chinedu, a student from Oshiri Community Secondary School. I am here to oppose the motion that says it's online learning more beneficial to students and the teacher than face-to-face learning. Firstly, in social skill, face-to-face learning promotes collaborative between a teacher and a student. With face-to-face learning, we can enhance our critical thinking ability. And I quote, good schools like good societies and the family cherish and celebrate diversity. It is a quote written by Deborah Meyer, and I would like to conclude it here because face-to-face learning helps students learn new things, interact with teachers, and also face-to-face learning helps students to diversify. In face-to-face learning, teacher's style can be modified according to the student issues. Face-to-face learning helps students learn to work under pressure. Face-to-face learning helps building organization skills. Secondly, lack of communicational skill. Lack of communicational skill development in online classes. According to the census reputation, online classes is low and there are a lot of technical issues and there are few network sources. They are also not proper as they do not provide the student a good network. Face-to-face learning also helps in building contraction. As in online learning, there will be mails and messages. Why in face-to-face learning it won't be? Face-to-face learning also promotes building these skills. It is not possible in online learning as you cannot interact much. A big advantage of face-to-face learning is the human touch. It helps you to enter. A big advantage of face-to-face learning is the human touch. It helps you to analyze better than in online learning as the teacher takes the topic with your own experiences. Also, online has a lot of health hazards. For example, the ultraviolet rays of the mobile phone and the personal computer can harm your eyes. It can also affect your brain. Online requires students to use a laptop or some sort that is very likely that students may be distracted with online videos, online gaming, and many more. Also, they might actually cheating of all sorts because nobody to supervise them. They can actually browse the answers online, which lead to nothing of some examination result. You can see from the 2022 May or June West African Examination Council, where eventually the Southeastern candidate fell, and they have 3 or 4 of their papers cancelled. If it's face-to-face learning, it would have been so. Thirdly, in science subject, to start, it is easier to engage in person than through your computer. As much as the student may try, there would only be distraction right at fingertips. Some classes in science cannot be taught online, as is concerning practical aspect, especially mathematics. It can be taught, but you do not understand it well, like those in face-to-face learning, as you cannot interact much or ask questions as you want. And also, not every parent would like to put his or son or daughter in online classes, as not every parent have money. For example, you must buy data or Airtel or others which requires money. This is not possible to do emotional, and it makes science extremely difficult for students to comprehend through the screen. As I said before, that it's very necessary to complete an elaborate test to understand the material. This is not possible to do emotional, and it makes science extremely difficult for students to comprehend through the screen. And so, relating experiencing, face-to-face learning is better than online learning because it offers experiencing, skills, and the relationships that are not available in online learning. I also believe that face-to-face learning is better than online learning because students have access to various learning on campus versus. Face-to-face learning also helps you to access more information and a richer understanding because it is an effective way to learn knowledge and skill because it often combines different ways of learning, including writing, reading, discussion, and the presentation. While in online learning, they do not combine different ways of learning. For example, you cannot be taught how to read or write, which is the most important thing in learning. For example, can a 2-year-old child be engaged in online learning? The answer is no. The answer is no, and in face-to-face learning, you can gain greater understanding, stories, and the real-world example from teachers and the other students because it is much more designed, discipline, and self-motivated to stay on system that online learning which is not. More socialization. Face-to-face learning also helps students to connect with others and they socialize with different people around the globe. This will help to develop one's personal interrelationship and subsequently interdependence between the teachers and the student in whatever he or she find him or herself. With this, therefore, each of the students or teachers that are involved in this process of socialization speedily adapt and they learn the culture he or she never interacted with before in life. Moreover, social chances. Face-to-face learning also provides students more chances to be successful in their career because they show more content. However, with face-to-face learning, it is easier to generate group excitement. An advantage of face-to-face learning is that social transmission is when a professor is presenting a PowerPoint. With this quick point of mind, I hope that I have been able to confuse and then not to confuse few people that face-to-face learning is more beneficial than online learning.
Thank you. I wanted to allow the young man to enjoy his moment before I spoke, and that was why I allowed him to enjoy while you were talking.
Country, culture, and no others. You are exposed to the same people every day on campus, so you don't have any opportunities to branch out. This is one of the major limitations of face-to-face learning. All thanks to the borderless nature of the internet, which has created a wider medium and opportunities for interaction. Through online learning, you can meet people on the opposite side of the globe. Each interaction offers more opportunity for depth and growth. As you explore your education, you gain new skills. You can connect with people you meet online, in social media, and even in physical gathering. If your course includes live webinars and live videos, you can interact directly to fellow students and teachers in real time, making learning fun-filled and easier. Esteemed church, I would like to draw your attention to what is written in the Holy Book, which is the Bible. Proverbs 27 verse 17, Good News Version. It says, people learn from each other just as iron sharpens iron. This clearly portrays the fact that interaction has a pivotal role in both teaching and learning situations, and online learning has boosted more opportunities for interaction than face-to-face learning. Secondly, online learning post-brain activities. It is pertinent to note that continued learning also means keeping your brain doing what it does best, which is thinking. An active brain increases mental health, reduce the chance of developing dementia, which is a medical condition that affects the brain and memory, and make you gradually lose the ability to think and behave normally. And it trains the mindset not to absorb information faster. When you continually challenge your brain, you keep it healthy, which can have a long-term health and wellness benefits. One of the benefits of online learning is that you can work your brain out anytime, anywhere, as long as you have internet connection. You can do this through the following way online. 1. Taking quizzes online. 2. Watching educational videos. 3. Reading blog posts. And 4. Listening to educational broadcasts. This is possible in online learning platform, also known as e-learning. This clearly depicts that the benefits of online learning over face-to-face learning can never be overemphasized. Lastly, online learning reduces pressure. Ladies and gentlemen and esteemed judges, let's face it, school can create an unpleasant competitive atmosphere, ranging from top professors and teachers, posting grade points, averages and test results for all to see. This makes learners constantly compare themselves with the rest of the class, thereby bringing dampened spirit amongst most learners. Some students are suited for the pressure of face-to-face learning, and the effect can be devastating. In an article for the American Psychology Association, an innovatorly reveals that students experience an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts. In fact, between 2020 and 2022, about 50% of students who answered a survey about pressure in classroom admitting to seeking help from a counselor or a therapist for mental health issues. Pressure causes poor performance, apathy, and reduces knowledge absorption. However, online learning offers a completely different environment devoid from pressure, while students can still interact with one another and their instructors. They don't have to face the competitive atmosphere every day. They can still learn in a safe environment which can encourage learning instead of pressure, thereby reducing pressure associated with learning. So while embarking on the food-led venture where fruitful alternatives abound, with these clear points, I know I have convinced you, but not to confuse you, that online learning is far more beneficial to both teachers and learners than face-to-face learning. I rest my case.
That was breathtaking too. That was breathtaking. And we love it. We love the confidence. We like the zeal. That is what is in the debate. As just every one of them here has done it today. So all of them have been zealous going about this debate. And it is actually getting hotter and hotter. So we are going to hear the rebuttal, the summary from each of the speakers, any of the speakers from the two sides. So we are going to be calling on any of the speakers, Community High School Oshiri, whether first, second, or third speaker, to summarize their points in just 3 minutes. Summarize the point. We're going to hear a summary. So we have a deficit on one of the sides, and the judges have directed that I introduce the third speaker from Community Secondary School Oshiri. So we're going to be hearing from one of the speakers by way of summary before we go to the real summary. So we call on the first speaker from Community High School Oshiri, the third speaker, and we are calling on Miss Akoba Ozioma to come and summarize their point in the place of the third speaker.
I still stand on the topic face-to-face learning are more beneficial. Face-to-face learning still remains a crucial component of our education, since it facilitates greater communication and social interaction. both interpersonal interaction between students and teachers, reduce the risk of technological glitches and literature. Face-to-face learning are more beneficial than online.
So that was short but good. That was short but wonderful. So we are going to be hearing the summary from the first speaker, from the lead speaker, or the summarizing speaker from Community High School Oshiri. Please, the person that is doing the summary, can you walk up? You have just 30 minutes to summarize.
Just as I have said earlier, this is another addition to what I have said. Online learning has come to stay. It is not going anywhere. It has come to liberate the world, to save you from personal harassment, sexual assault, and bullying in the school. Online learning has come to help you save your time, save your money, schedule your business the way you want it. It has come to save your time and pace. You can work and study at your own time, whenever you like. You don't have to be walking about or trying to save your time going to school. Instead, you can relax your mind, balance at your house, read your notes, study whenever you like by your institutors. Also, online learning has provided a platform whereby students can learn from professionals of their choice fields who have created courses online with insatiable appetite for information to access, thereby making online learning to be the best among others in the aspect of education. I will urge you, my judges and audience, to withdraw your children from face-to-face learning and educate them in the world of online learning, because it's going to help you to save your time, save your money, protect your children, and save the life of everyone as education is concerned. I still remain on our Gochi Grace. Thank you.
Thank you for the challenge, Onagochi. Onagochi is challenging us. She's challenging you to take your students, your words out from the regular classrooms, face-to-face classroom, and put them, as I always say, in online world learning. That is good. It's a very good challenge. So let's see if the speaker from the other side is going to take this challenge. It's going to say this is a good challenge or it's a bad challenge. See, please, may we hear from the speaker to summarize for Community Secondary School Oshiri. We have Mr. Obasi Chinedu.
Face-to-face learning also gives them more freedom, time, and they allow them to communicate. In face-to-face learning, you'll be able to concentrate harder than if you were at home. And I quote, the more that you read, the more things that you will know, the more that you learn, the more places that you will go. This is a quote written by Dr. Sales. And I would also like to conclude it here, because the more that you read, the more things that you will know. The more that you learn, the more places that you will go. In my conclusion, my dear distinguished audience, I will not exist this day without letting my co-debaters know that the truth is sweet to tell in this topic. Now, hear me clearly. Don't this in my favor that face-to-face learning is the ultimate and not online learning, as my team proposed as agitates. And lastly, I would like to ask you people proposing this question, this motion, is there any of you in online classes? Okay.
That was good. Please carry on. So that was very good. That was great. And I don't know what's actually making you people clap this way. Is it because he has wowed you? Were you wowed? Were you entertained? You were educated? Thank you for that. I give it to all the speakers today. I give it to all of them. But perhaps he came here and gave you people punchlines to make you to laugh, right? Or is it because he's a small in size and big but big in action? Okay, that's good. So we have come to the end of this round. We have heard these schools, these two giants, Community High School Oshiri, debate on the topic: is online learning more beneficial to both students and teachers than face-to-face learning? And we have heard Community High School Oshiri say, yes, we go with online learning. And we have heard community say, no, we are not going with online learning, but we are going with face-to-face learning. So we are going to be going to the next stage of this debate, but I will leave it to the judges to decide whether all of us are going to enroll in online classrooms or whether we are still going to remain where we are. Judges will tell us the result at the end of the day. Thank you, the students, for the debate. It was actually very good. And we then invite you to go back to your seats. Thank you so much for that. Go back to your seats and wait for the result. Clap for them, clap for them. Please clap for them. They did very well. That was great. That was great. It was up to expectations. Are we okay? Are we good to go?